Perfect. Well, with that, we're going to go ahead and get started. First of all, welcome. Glad you guys are here. While we're waiting for a few more folks to join, go ahead and drop in where you guys are tuning from. I always enjoy seeing the reach that we have. We have had people from just about everywhere join these sessions. Today's focus, it's real results. We're going to break down what SPFA membership actually delivers and how it can lead to meaningful gains for your business, whether that's profit, performance, or predictability. I don't know why I was struggling with that. My name is Eddie Canales, and I'm the Membership Development Manager for SPFA, the Spray Polyurethane Foam Alliance. We're the National Trade Association for the spray foam industry. You might know us from the Spray Foam Convention and Expo or the Professional Certification Program. Both are designed to raise the bar for quality, safety, and performance. My role, it's simple. I connect with contractors and professionals across the industry with tools, insights, and opportunities that lead to stronger jobs, better teams, and more predictable outcomes. So now just a couple of quick housekeeping notes before we get into today's session. First, this webinar is being recorded, and we'll share this link with you afterwards so you can revisit it and pass it along to your team. Second, please use the Q&A box freely. We've got SPFA staff here and live, ready to respond to any of your questions throughout the session. And as with any SPFA event, we always start with a quick review of our antitrust policy. We don't discuss pricing, bids, or territories, and we steer clear from anything that could restrict fair competition. If something feels close to that line, please say something or let us know privately. Bottom line is that this is a professional, legal, and productive space, and that's how we protect everyone in it. Now, I did just mention pricing, and yes, we'll be discussing SPFA membership pricing today, but just to be clear, that's only in the context of helping you make an informed decision about membership options and really nothing more. So now that we've got the legal housekeeping stuff out of the way, let's shift gears a little bit. And so I want to start this conversation where it really matters. And it really starts with you and what you're trying to accomplish for your business. I'm on the phone with contractors all the time, and whether they're running one rig or scaling to 5 crews, I hear a lot of the same goals. And let me show you what keeps coming up. A lot of these guys are trying to win more jobs, build a stronger and more dependable crew, maybe cut down on waste, protect their reputation, stand out in a competitive market. You guys know that this market keeps more and more people are joining the industry. They want to run jobs smoother and faster. You know, time equals money. You definitely want to eliminate callbacks. And then, of course, you want to build real trust with clients and general contractors. And so I want to pause here and ask, guys, did I miss anything? Wayne, did I miss anything as far as what contractors are typically looking for in results? Abigail, I know go ahead, sir.
All great bullet points, Eddie.
Awesome. Abigail, is there anything that you guys would like to see or typically, or did I miss anything on there? I think you should be able to put in the chat. But if not, so with that, I think this is what I hear from contractors as far as what they want, right? They're looking for these things specifically. And so, but my next question for you guys is, how are you getting those results today? You don't have to answer this. I just want you guys to think about this. So if you could walk me through how you're building trust with clients and crews and what's been working best for you guys. I also wonder, whenever it comes to finishing jobs faster and cleaner, what's made the biggest difference for you so far? You know, when most contractors I talk to, they already have solid instincts and really good systems. They're built from experience and trusted relationships. But what they often don't realize is that there is this other level of support they could be tapping into. And that's exactly where SPFA fits in. So let me show you what we actually deliver. So this is Connor. Connor is not a real person, but his story is based on the kinds of conversations I have all the time with spray foam contractors across the country. Connor's growing his business, he's experienced, he's busy, and he's trying to find ways to stay competitive. He's trying to get stronger crews, he's trying to get tighter jobs, and definitely wants fewer callbacks. At first, he wasn't sure if SPFA membership was something that he needed, but after a few phone calls and a few conversations, he decided to go for it. We looked at his membership options, and this is really geared towards contractors. And so for contractors, we do have 3 tiers: bronze, silver, and gold. And each one includes full access to the core resources with added benefits as you move up in tiers. Connor went with the bronze tier. That's $750 a year. And $750, that's roughly about $2 a day, literally less than the cost of a gas station breakfast sandwich. From where his business was at, growing but still watching costs, bronze just made sense. He wanted to make sure, he wanted to see what it could do. And what you'll see next is that he didn't just join, he used it. And when he got back was way more than he put in. So let me show you what Connor did. Connor started with the 52-week Toolbox Talk program. There's a short job site ready, safety ready sessions designed specifically for spray foam teams. Every week he picked one and ran with it with his crew. Over time, it became a routine, not just a box to check, but part of this culture. He printed and posted the OSHA-compliant safety signs on every job site, making sure PPE zones, ventilation reminders, and emergency contact info were always visible and standardized. There was no more guessing, no more hoping everyone to be on the same page. And then when the technical questions came up, things like substrate prep, cure time, or ventilation concerns, Connor didn't have to jump to Google or wait for a callback. He tapped into SPFA's technical document archive, getting clear, vetted answers that kept the job moving. These aren't bells and whistles. These are things that prevent downtime, reduce liability, and help you sleep at night knowing that your crew's covered. Connor didn't wait for something to go wrong. He put systems in place and made safety second nature. And that showed up on every job. Now with safety and consistency in place, Connor turned to the next question. How did his business show up? Connor knew that doing great things was only part of the equation. It also matters how you position in the market. So he downloaded his customized SPFA membership certificate. He added it to his office and his wall proposals. He even included it on his websites. And Emma, I know you're on here, so if you want to put your link to your website as far as how you guys use the certificate, that would be awesome. But it was a small move, but it sends a strong message. This is a business that takes quality seriously. His company gets listed on the SPFA online and print directories. This gives him visibility, and it shows clients and general contractors that he's aligned with a national standard. I promise you, this happened yesterday. I got a phone call from someone in San Francisco because he was looking for an SPFA member in our directory. He basically said he Googled SPFA or spray foam contractors, and his bot took them directly to our directory, which is really cool. And from there, he was able to gather 4 contractors that he was planning on calling just to get bids. That alone is worth the price of SPFA membership. And so I thought that was pretty awesome. He also now has a voting representation. He now has access to SPFA branding marketing materials and the chance to earn national recognition through industry awards. And Wayne, I'm going to pause here just really quick. I know we didn't talk about this. Weren't you nominated for one of these national industry awards? Was that?
Yeah, that'll come into how I got involved with SPFA in 2022. We were fortunate enough to win that year and runner up the following year. Great program.
That's pretty awesome. And so at this point, Connor's not just doing great work. He's positioned to be seen as a professional he is, but as his business grows, he knows he can't afford to be reactive. The next step is staying connected, knowing what's coming, what's changing, and who to call when things get complex. So the third thing that Connor tapped into was connection, staying informed and having direct access to experts' insight. He didn't have to guess or waste time searching the internet when things came up. He had priority access to Dr. Rick Duncan, who is seen as the leading voice, the leading technical mind in the spray foam industry. Whether it was a question about application, compliance, or product compatibility, he had a trusted source ready to go. Connor also started getting the Spray Foam Pro magazine and the SPFA newsletter, both filled with best practices, code updates, business insights, and technical know-how across the country. It helped him stay ahead of changes instead of reacting to them after the fact. And through SPFA, Connor began to understand that he's not alone. He's part of a national network, not just in theory, but in practice. He has access to the kinds of guidance that protects jobs, avoids mistakes, and builds trust. Bottom line, Connor wasn't just a member. He was really engaged and he was leaned in. So what did it all look like in year one? Well, let me show you. Connor set up his info hub, which is an app that you can use on your phone. He got his crew on Toolbox talks. He tapped into technical documents. He met with Dr. Duncan about a major job. He registered for the convention in Vegas. He enrolled his best installer into the master certification track. He signed up for Spray Foam Advisor. He even unlocked financing support from HERF. He used his membership and it worked for him, but what kind of return did he actually get from that $750 bronze membership? Well, let me show you. In the first year, he pulled on over $8,000 in direct value from discounts, tools, access, and services that he was already paying for anyway. That's a return of 966.67 return. So for every dollar that Connor invested, he got $9.60 back. Yeah. So I can't guarantee that for that exact for every member, but when the resources get used, that speaks for itself. So let me turn the script a little bit and let me introduce you to a contractor who's absolutely crushing it this year and who's been on a steady incline of success. He's a prime example of what's possible when SPFA membership is used the way it's designed to, and not just to join, but to grow. Mr. Wayne also serves on our board as one of our board of directors of SPFA. And so with that, I'm going to transfer it over to Wayne Dean, who is a current SPFA member, who's a contractor out of Minnesota. I'm going to pass it over to Mr. Wayne so he can tell us a little bit about himself and how he's used his SPFA membership.
Good afternoon, everybody. Eddie, thank you for those kind, gracious words. I appreciate that. Like you said, Wayne Deering, Peak Spray Foam. I am in the central part of Minnesota. Got into the insulation industry in 2009. Grew up in construction. Father was a general contractor. I had my own general contracting business and parted ways with that and got into more of a specialty trade. It's been a great process. I enjoy the fast pace. I enjoy the networking with people. I enjoy the different jobs every day. We're probably about a 60% residential company and a 40% commercial, but that can change on a weekly basis. It just depends on what we're focusing on for that time. In Minnesota, climate zone 6 that we live in, we are primarily a closed cell foam contractor. We very seldom see some open cell, and if we do, we're using it mostly for acoustical purposes in the theater room applications, the mechanical room applications on our higher end projects. As far as what we're doing today, we're slammed. We're busy. We've got a couple major jobs going right now. One happens to be a 50,000 square foot roof extraction reinstall of foam and fiberglass. We're on a huge commercial job, spraying 35 sets of foam in that and blowing all those attics. And then fitting in our residential on the way home. We've worded it divide and conquer. We work on the big job in Hudson, Wisconsin, the roof job, from about 5:30 till we're off the roof by 10 every day, 10:30, and then we divide and conquer. We hit our residentials on the way home. I got a great staff. I've got multiple foam rigs, so we're able to satisfy those customers as best we can. As far as SPFA, I was introduced to SPFA in 2022. We had completed a major mold project for a family that was very ill. And the foam manufacturer that I was working with was proud of that, and I was proud of it, and decided that we should maybe nominate it for the Award of Excellence. That was my first take with SPFA, was an award ceremony, an award show, and I thought, oh, what better way to showcase my my company, showcase what our guys can do, and foremost, meet new people, meet people in the industry that have the same passions we do. And we were fortunate enough to go down to Vegas and come home with a very proud Award of Excellence trophy for first place. And that just got the ball rolling for me. It got me connected with the Dr. Duncans, the Ken Wells, the people that are the forefront. They're trying to drive this industry in the right direction. And that's so very important to me, is that the industry follows a standard, and that standard stays on path on a daily basis. As far as some tools, guys, I'm reading off some questions that Eddie and I kind of went back and forth on how to try to cliff note this and get it out to you. As far as the resources that we use that SPFA offers, the Tech Tuesdays are huge. The app-based software that they just released with all the documents, I have that on every guy's iPads, everybody's fingertips if they need it. We're about to start implementing the Toolbox talks. I think that's very important, just to bring the crew together that Monday mornings or whatever mornings we decide to choose, and go through some stuff that's usually overlooked, but if it's fresh in everybody's head, it just makes everybody more aware. As far as impact, SPFA's impact on my business, it's endless. The Eddies of the world, the guys that the women and the men of SPFA, the amount of efforts that they put in, the vaccine stuff, it's a network that I can't, I just cherish. I cherish those relationships. I look forward to the Zoom calls that we do. I look forward to the board of director meetings, and it's just set peak spray foam on a path that I want to continue on. I'm fortunate enough to have the next generation behind me with all three of my children supporting the company, and I want them to witness that path and see that we're in an industry that great leaders can make an even better industry. If I had to tell anybody on the phone or listening in about SPFA, start out with the bronze, sign up, see what it's about, utilize those resources, brand that logo on your website, brand that logo on your letterhead, your estimates, and most of all, join that committee or join those committees that you're passionate about. Book the flights to Vegas, check it out. It's, the SPFA convention is something that Beth and I look forward to. Emma looks forward to. My project manager joins us now with his spouse, and it's a great mini vacation, but the amount of information that we can consume in them 3 to 4 days is just, it's endless for a growing company. Does anybody?
Sorry, go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Thank you. You didn't cut me off, Eddie. Anybody listening in, you got some Q&A, some questions you'd like to ask me, or anything I can help you with, anything I can push you to that next step to, sign up with Eddie for a year, give it a shot, see what happens.
Yeah, I think that's one of the really cool things that we have to offer, is that we have people like Wayne who serve on our board, who also are working, who have people on the job sites right now as we speak, and who talk the talk and walk the walk also. But these are guys who are willing to raise their hands and say, hey, I'm here to help you out. And so I would say that's one of the biggest things that we have to offer, is that we have people who really want to help each other out. At the end of the day, the SPFA's mission is to support the industry wholeheartedly as a whole. And we firmly believe that we do have the tools and resources to really impact your business. And you just like Wayne just talked about earlier today. And so with Wayne, I really appreciate everything that you guys do for SPFA, and for all the help that you provide for us with that. So if you guys do have questions, Wayne's contact information is listed on our PowerPoint. Like I said, this PowerPoint will be recorded, and we will be shared out. So if you guys have any questions about anything and you want to speak directly to a contractor, I would argue that Wayne's probably one of the best to talk to for sure about this. So with that, let's keep get this continue going on. And so now this is where we land. You've seen what contractors are chasing. You've seen what Connor did in his first year. You've heard directly from Wayne. a member who's really using SPFA to grow and protect his business. And based on what you've heard and our experience in this industry, we firmly believe that becoming an SPFA member just makes sense. Whether your focus is safety, credibility, or stay ahead, this membership really delivers real tools, and you'll get great real results. And here's the really cool kicker, that if you join today, we're still in July, you understand that your membership runs through January 2027. That's giving you 18 months of full access. And if you move quickly, you can start using these tools immediately. And so really all that's left to do is to head over to this QR code, choose a tier that best fits your business, whether it's bronze, silver, or gold, or if you're a consultant or a supplier, Lisa's also available and she can help you out with some of those things as well. Fill out that short form, you'll receive a welcome email and onboarding details right away. And if you're still unsure of which tier makes the most sense to you and you'd rather talk it through, myself or Lisa are also available to help you out with that. Lisa is incredible. She's our veteran with SPFA. She's our director of membership engagement. She's putting the conference together. She's amazing at helping new members really find that right fit. And of course, I'm always here to help you out. Like I said, if you want to have a one-on-one conversation, I'd be more than happy to set up a phone call with you. With that, I know I wanted to open it up for questions. We have some of our SPFA members, staff members here, so if anybody has questions, we'll leave it up for that. Wayne, is there anything else that you would like to add? Lisa, is there anything that I missed or anything like that we need to make sure we touch on or anything like that before we wrap this up?
Like you said, Eddie, my phone number was posted on the PowerPoint. If anybody's got any questions, feel free, reach out. I would be happy to answer any questions. Happy to visit with you about the industry. Happy to visit with you about the market. Let's chat.
Awesome. Well, again, just gonna hang out here for a few seconds, see if there's any questions that pop up. But if not, I want to thank you guys in advance for either taking the time to be here and listen in. And then if you see this online and you have questions, I want to thank you for just taking the time to watch this. And so at the end of the day, we want to be a resource for you. And so let us know how we can help you at the end of the day. Hopefully we see you in Vegas in 2026. And so we're looking forward to that, but we'll hang out again. Abigail, if you have any questions, definitely feel free to put it in the chat or in the Q&A feature. But other than that, like I said, thanks again for everything. Cool. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and end this. Thanks again, y'all.